My brother threw himself across our mother's casket and hissed, "Whatever you do not let them open this lid." Her funeral hadn't even started yet. I stood there in the front row of the funeral home, holding the little memorial card with her photo on it, completely frozen. Daniel had his palms flat on the polished wood like he was holding back a flood. "Daniel," I whispered, "what is wrong with you? People are watching." "I mean it, Mara. Keep the lid shut. Trust me for once." His eyes were red, but not from crying, from panic. That's when I heard it. Soft crying from the back of the room. Not the polite dabbing kind everyone does at funerals. Real crying. I turned and saw a woman in the last row, alone. A black veil pulled low over her face. Nobody seemed to know her. She wasn't on the guest list. She wasn't family. "Who is that?" I asked. Daniel's whole body tensed. "Don't go back there." But our Aunt Karine had already noticed. She marched up to me, gripping Mom's handwritten funeral instructions. "The card says open casket. Your mother asked for it specifically. Why is the lid down? Daniel won't let anyone." "He doesn't decide that. She did." Karine reached for the casket. Daniel slammed his hand down. "Don't." The room went quiet. 40 relatives stopped pretending not to listen, and the veiled woman in the back stood up like she was going to leave. Karine's face hardened. "You," she pointed at the stranger. "I knew it. She's the one, isn't she? The little gold digger your mother's lawyer warned us about, showing up to grieve so she can stake a claim." She looked at Daniel with disgust. "And you're helping her. You let her in." "Karine, stop," Daniel begged. "How much is she paying you, Daniel?" Karine's voice cracked across the room. "Your own mother isn't even in the ground yet." Everyone turned on him. Uncle Phil stepped forward, fists tight. "Answer her, son. Who is this woman?" Daniel was shaking now. "It's not about money. None of you understand." Phil shoved past him and yanked the casket lid open before anyone could stop him. People gasped. And I understood why Daniel had been guarding it. The woman lying inside didn't look right. The makeup was too heavy, the cheeks too full. For one insane second half, the room whispered that it wasn't even her, that we'd come to bury a stranger. "That's not Linda," someone said. "It is," Daniel said quietly. "That's Mom. I promise you, that's Mom." The veiled woman walked up the aisle slowly. Karine squared up to block her. "You have no right to be here. Get out before I call." The woman reached up and lifted her veil. The whole room stopped breathing, because her face was the exact face lying in the casket. Same eyes, same jaw, same little scar above the left brow. Mom's face, alive and weeping, standing 2 feet from Mom's body. Karine stumbled backward into a chair. Phil's fists fell open. Nobody could speak. My legs nearly went out from under me. I gripped the back of a pew to stay standing, staring between the two faces, certain I had lost my mind. "My name is Lorna," the woman said, voice trembling. "Linda was my twin. We were born 11 minutes apart." She looked at the casket, and her composure broke completely. "She put me in a home when we were 19, told everyone she was an only child. She was ashamed of me, of how I came out, slower than her, needing more. For 40 years she paid the bills and never once visited, but she wrote me every Christmas. She pulled a thick stack of letters from her coat every single year, and in the last one she asked Daniel to bring me here, but to keep me hidden, so none of you would ever know what Daniel was my open. She didn't want her secret out, but she didn't want her sister to grieve alone either. I was just trying to do both." Karine sat down hard and put her. Lorna stepped up, cut something none of us, and standing watching one identity face cry over the other. I realized thing Mom spent whole